Hey guys, what is up? It's Raul here coming to you today with something RXC, and what we want to show you guys is going to be a bar muscle up tutorial. So what we're going to talk about first, if you just come a little bit closer, is just we're going to break down some of the mechanics of doing a bar muscle up. One of the first things you want to think about is going to be your kipping position. So you're going to grab onto that bar. Ideally, if you're first beginning with this, don't go too wide, go relatively narrow. The narrower you are, the tighter you're going to be able to be in that kip. So the first thing to start practicing is going to be your kipping, just your swinging going forward and back. So you're going to grab your hands onto that bar, and I want you to have a nice, good, tight, hollow body, chest through, chest back. And from here, I just want you to learn to be able to create momentum through that kick. Once you establish the ability to be able to swing forward and back and get a nice, good kick going, where you're getting a lot of momentum coming out of your shoulders, the next thing we want to try and do is try and start pulling a little bit, so doing a straight arm pull and leaning back. So what you want to think about, guys, is as you're pulling yourself down, leaning away from the bar and trying to get that bar in line with your shoulders. That looks like this. So we're going to start pulling and pulling ourselves away of the bar. So biggest mistake people make when they try and do a bar muscle up is they start pulling a little bit too early, and we want to pull with straight arms. Now, from there, ideally we want to do a swing that's large enough that allows us to get our hip relatively in line with that bar. Sometimes that takes a couple of swings. I'm going to demonstrate this next. Once we've established the ability to be able to get that bar relatively in line with our hips, and the next thing is going to be doing the sit-up portion of that bar muscle up. Now, the biggest problem people have is they pull with their arms too early. And as we start freaking out that we're not going to make it, we pull and we end up in this zone where we can't get our elbows around the bar. The next thing that we're going to show you, and the next thing we're going to show you throughout these videos, are going to be a couple of different repetitions of bar muscle ups. Now the aim here is you're going to pull as high as you're able to, wait for that feeling of weightlessness, and then do the fastest sit up you're able to. If you struggle with the dip, let your body hang on that bar, and then from there press up. I'll demonstrate this next. So as you can see with that bar muscle up right there, we are doing a nice big pull, we'll wait till we're in a good position, and then we rotate ourselves through. So some other things you might want to think about when it comes to the bar muscle up might be just some basic things like, can you get a below chest to bar? So the biggest issue people have with the chest to bar is they get to here, but they can't pull that bar that little bit lower. So something that I would suggest practicing is getting below your chest, right below where your pectoral muscle ends, kind of around your rib cage right to the bottom, and see if you can do a couple of pull-ups like that, just in a regular kipping fashion. As you can see from there, we can create lots and lots of momentum by just learning to pull from there. If we can make that our standard, then going into that sit-up is relatively easy and pretty easy to do. If you guys enjoy these tips, guys, make sure to check out our podcast, Something RXC, available on iTunes and Stitcher. And if you're on YouTube right now, please subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can stay up to date with more content like this. Take care and peace.